their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his... They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Daniel
Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
taken down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Broncos.
Now Newton on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short.
Number 1.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Dante Hightower on the stop. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At their 48.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsay. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. There's Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton, he's going to float this one deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
No gain on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And returning it, here's Hamler. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now on 2nd and 16. Newton. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Cam Newton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him...
He got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. This is the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down, Denver.
On 1st down, Newton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The tackle.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically, 2nd and 7. From the gun, Newton sliding out of the pocket. Melvin Gordon as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. Fights free yet again. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A final shot before break. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. Jones, a final shot before break. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. This is Logan. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Caught right side, Tate. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Hamler now on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Randy Bullock.
And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
An extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 17-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brian Poole. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 3, second down.
Made by Kareem Jackson. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
29-yard line.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
For Darius Slayton.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And I think the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 4-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Newton steps away to his left. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Giants 24.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
On first down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for no.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Saquon Barkley.
Whoosh.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They run with Logan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. This is fielded at the 7. Dances by him. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 40.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3. Now Newton.
This is Fant on the short completion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Denver.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Lindsey. He was brought down by James Bradbury. It's a gain of 8.
Newton.
2nd and 2.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run.
And now it's blocked. And the Giants have got it.
Off the field.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Gets it back near midfield, but the dream ends there. He doesn't take it all the way back for 2, and the extra point attempt snuffed out.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Number 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Newton. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Is on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's got this down to the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already